I was halfway through my sister's eulogy when my aunt climbed the altar steps and slapped me so hard the microphone shrieked. "You left her on that mountain," she said, into the stunned silence of a full church. "You don't get to stand up here." My note cards were still scattered across the carpet when my uncle took my arm, not gently, and walked me down the center aisle past every face I'd grown up with. My mother stared at her hands. My stepfather stared straight ahead. Nobody said my name. Marin and I had hiked together since we were kids. The weekend she died, I was supposed to be with her, and I'd canceled because of a work deadline that means nothing to me now. She went alone. She never came home. The ruling was an accidental fall, and the family needed the accident to have an author, and I had canceled, so it was me. By that Friday, someone had keyed liar into my car door. My landlord, my mother's cousin, found a reason not to renew my lease. When I tried to say that Marin had hiked alone 100 times, that she was more careful than any of us, people looked through me like I was glass. My mother's last words to me in person were, "Maybe it's better if you're not at Sunday dinners. Just for now." Just for now lasted 5 years. I moved 400 miles, took a job doing intake at an animal shelter, and built a quiet life out of secondhand furniture and people who'd never heard my last name. The grief eventually stopped being weather and became climate, but there was a Marin-shaped hole in everything, and a family-shaped one behind it. Last month, I finally unpacked the last box from the move, the one I'd been avoiding, the one with her things they'd let me keep. Inside her old day pack, in the zip pocket where she kept trail maps, was a lens case, and inside the lens case, folded into a square smaller than a playing card, was a letter with my name on it, dated 9 days before she died. If you're reading this, then something happened to me, and I need you to be smarter than I was. My hands were shaking so badly I had to lay the pages on the floor. She'd found something. Working in the billing office of our stepfather's home care company, she'd noticed clients, elderly, isolated clients, being billed for around-the-clock care they weren't receiving. She'd pulled files. It wasn't sloppy bookkeeping. It was systematic, years deep. Hundreds of thousands of dollars skimmed from people with dementia who couldn't dispute a line item. And the second signature on the falsified visit logs belonged to our stepfather's brother, my uncle, the man who walked me out of the church. "I confronted them at the office in April," she wrote. "They didn't even deny it. They explained it to me like I was a child. Everyone does this. The margins are impossible. No one is hurt." Then they reminded me whose name is on my car loan. The letter got worse. Since then, my tires, twice. Someone was parked outside my building 3 nights last week and drove off when I came out. Yesterday, Uncle Ro told me, smiling in the break room, that it would be a shame if something happened to one of my little solo hikes. Maybe I'm paranoid. But I'm scared enough to write this down and hide it where only you would ever look, because you're the only one who knows I keep maps in the lens case. And then the last lines, the ones I can recite in my sleep now. "If they tell you I fell, ask them one question. I told you 100 times, and I meant it. I never go past the saddle alone. Never. If they found me past the saddle, somebody took me there. They found her past the saddle. I didn't sleep that night. In the morning, I drove to the state police, not our county, and handed a detective the letter, the billing printouts she'd hidden folded behind it, and 5 years of silence. It took 11 months. The fraud was the thread, and the fraud unraveled clean. Forensic accountants, seized records, 2 employees who'd been quietly pushed out and were ready to talk. The billing case is now a homicide investigation. My uncle's truck, it turns out, pinged a tower near the trailhead that morning. He told police in 2019 that he was 300 miles away. There are charges now. There will be a trial. My mother has called me 19 times. I've answered twice. She keeps saying she didn't know, and I believe her, and it isn't the same as being believed, and we're both learning to live inside that difference. Last week, I hiked to the saddle, alone, and stopped exactly there, the way Marin always did. I read her the letter out loud. Then I put it away and told her the ending myself.